have not sprayed myself in a few days. My frankincense, I just remembered it's been in my purse now for like probably a week. I totally forgot about it. I'm going to make sure I put on tooth before I get shit going, you know what I mean? Okay. That's going to be fun. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Hi, Danny. How's it going? Oh my God, my father wrote me back again. And he was like, what do you want? Oh my God, he's such an asshole. Oh my God. Wow. That's what you get when you wake up the devil. We are going to do a huge reading today. I have this frankincense. What is it? Oh, I think it's frankincense and clove. It's going to be magical as fuck, okay? This is going to be a really big reading. I don't really know the whole gist of, like, what the hell is going on, but there's something pretty big. Like, my dreams were huge last night. Like, big movements. I'm going to trust that right now. I just want to clear the energy. What up, everybody? What up? Everybody who's new here, welcome to me and this channel. Let's roll the dice and get the first message. First house, Libra. Uranus. Ooh, air. A lot of air energy. So Aries with Libra and Uranus. Something quick. You know, Uranus is that lightning speed. Something quick. Something happening quick. And then this whole justice thing with Libra would be, I don't know, maybe you're waiting on a court settlement and it's been like waiting and postponed. And now it looks like the universe is going to allow you, it's going to push something through. It looks like it's going to push something through. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These are general readings, okay? They're not personal. So they are, my God, first card out, the devil. These are, you know, just kind of like a lot of it is analogies, okay? So if it makes sense, it does. If it doesn't, don't worry about it, you know? Wait for the next message. And the devil approaches. That's Capricorn energy. So now we're getting into like a supply and demand. I just heard. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe you're waiting for a business to like pop off or something. It's suddenly something's just suddenly gonna take off. And with the devil energy, it kind of is letting me know that it is controlled. Okay, there's the Magician and the Eight of Swords. People fucking around. Look at everything's held for review. Okay, you're not gonna be able to get fucked around in my chat, so just go away now. You know, thank you, Danny. You're the best. Eight of Swords and Magician. This is that, okay, there's justice. Like, justice would be, Libra is coming in with this Eight of Swords. Like, you know how usually justice is blind, okay? Because she doesn't want to see the situation. She has to hear it. Okay. And then she's got to hear everything. I mean, that's the way that justice works. Is like, she can't, sometimes when you see things, right, you make this like biased opinion on it. And that's not right to do, because then you make a judgment on somebody, and you can't do that. You can't make judgments on people if you don't truly know what they're going through. And like, it is very hard to make a judgment on somebody's life if you have no idea what they're going through, because like, you can't just think that you know what someone's going through or imagine what they're going through. Like, don't even fucking try. Okay, just say that some things are out of your fucking league. Okay, and you can't see how bad it is, and you can't feel how bad it is. You just have to trust that it's bad. Okay. And that's what I feel like with this decision with the court or whatever. I feel like something's just not been going right, and it's bad. And it's, you know, when the courts fuck around, like when people fuck around, that's one thing. But then when the courts fuck around, you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like when people hire lawyers and get them to do certain things, and then they go in the quarters and the judge chambers, and then they make their little fucking deals, and they come out, and you're like, what just happened? Like, did you guys just make a deal to go golfing on the weekend and now I'm fucked, right? Like, and it works that way, okay? And it works that way more than you fucking think. Sometimes you got to have money to pay these people off. And this is like the judicial system, okay? These are people put in these positions to make better judgment, and they're taking bribes, okay? And they're taking handshakes and free golf tournaments, and like, you fucking kidding? Because they're old. What else do they want to do other than golf? Okay. This card wanted to come out. 4 of Cups. See, he's got his hand on his throat chakra. Someone's been not able to speak. It's almost like you've been having to go through court and you're not allowed to take the stand. Okay, they're talking to everybody else, but you're not allowed to take the stand. You can't say anything. They're going to stop you from saying it. The only fucking reason why people are here is because of you. And then look at this bitch that just shows up. I fucking hate some of the cards in this deck. I have to remember that, like, I can use them to my advantage, but I feel like that's such a, like, that's supposed to be the 9 of Pentacles. And I just heard talk is cheap. And look at her long ass tongue. She's got no eyes. All she can think about is that money. Ooh. Somebody could have done a money spell on you. Because, like, I'm still looking at this magician. Like, what the fuck does he got to do with anything? Like, what the hell? What is he even doing here? Because I don't see anybody doing magic. So why is he here? Why is he trying to manifest something? And unless this whole thing is that collective is trying to manifest this deliberation, so then they can finally get independence and they can quit talking. It's almost like someone's just having, like, they can't talk anymore. Maybe that's what it is. Like, you can't defend yourself anymore. These people, like whatever it is, whatever you went through it, okay? And you're going through all these deliberations like it didn't happen, and all these witnesses like it didn't happen, but it did happen. And it's almost like, I feel like maybe 3 people turned on you, or you had like a group of people turn on you, and it's to the point where, like, you can't explain this shit anymore, okay? Like I don't know if they're trying to say that you're a bad person, you don't deserve to have independence. Maybe you're trying to get off welfare, maybe you're trying to get off OD, maybe you're trying to get off disability, right? And like, you're trying to do a good job, you know, you're trying to find a job, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally they found you something. I feel like people who want to work, you can't stop them. And because people who want to, like, when you really enjoy what you do, like, I'll work till the day that I die if I get to do this. Like, if I just get to read tarot cards on the internet, if that's even even if I get to retire, say, or this becomes my job, like, to think that I can do this, I'm like, I'll do this for fucking 100 years. Like, are you kidding? I just started. Like, it's only been 10 years. Okay. I just started. I feel like I could do this for another 30 fucking years. Okay. There's no shortage of tarot decks out there. Okay. There's no shortage of people out there. Why would I ever want to stop this? And then if I can make money on top of it, you can never stop me from doing tarot readings. Okay, I do tarot readings even now. I do tarot readings when I'm on vacation. I bring tarot decks. I never want to stop working. It's the best thing I ever did in my life. And when you actually like something, you're not waiting to go home. You're not waiting to relax. You're not waiting to sit around and do nothing. You're like, okay, what's my next project going to be? Like, once I'm done this, then I'm going to tattoo myself again. I thought I was going to go swimming this weekend, but honestly, the weather's kind of shitty. And like, I thought maybe I would go swimming tomorrow, but then it turns out I don't think I'm going to be able to go swimming. So then I'm just, whatever. I'll fucking wait a couple more days. I'm doing these really thin line tattoos. See? So like, it's already scabbed. Fuck, I can jump in the water with that right now. It's fine. It's almost healed. It's getting itchy already. It's healed so quick. Okay. So it's almost like, I don't know what you want to do, but just keep hustling. Just keep going. Just whatever it is. I mean, Uranus is on your side, which means you have kick-ass energy. You have Aquarius energy on your side. And then with justice coming through, whatever this is, maybe this is you, like, because, you know, magician energy can be a lot used by Aries, you know, by that emperor, because emperors need the ability to create things in their life, which is why they are emperors. They had to go through the magician stage before they even got to where they are now. So they had to believe in magic long before they even saw it. Then they had to believe in their self before they could believe in the gifts that they could do, right? You have to believe in yourself before anything. Right? Even if you are to open up a business, if you don't believe in yourself, why the fuck are you opening up a business? Right? If you know your work ethic, then why haven't you opened up a business? Right? Like, we don't open up businesses to have a bunch of people working for us. We open up businesses so that we can survive, so we can reach the public. People get it wrong, man, but not everybody can be fucking right. You know what I mean? Not everybody can be fabulously right. 3 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you're working on something. Okay, there's the 9 of Wands. And it's like, it's going to be able to leave a very dark era behind, a very dark past behind. I feel like that in itself is going to bring a lot of magic, just to be able to leave something behind and move the fuck on. Oh, see that nice little gust of wind that just came in? The energy is speaking all around. 7 of Cups. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming. Okay. A lot of things that you didn't think that you were going to be able to do again or come across again, or, you know, I feel like there's going to be some shit. Because I feel like you're not going to be talking anymore. It's like you don't have to talk anymore. Like you've planted the seed. I just heard, like you like anything you said you went through, you fucking proved it now. Like they pushed you a little hard. 9 of Cups here, and it was 9 of Cups in reverse. I feel like that was a lot of your wishes down the drain. A lot of things that you hoped for, wished for, and you didn't get. You know, because obviously somebody said that you wouldn't be able to control yourself in the 9 of Cups energy. You know, you would get confused and just start, you know, wasting your money and spending it on everything. So it's like, okay, if I haven't proved to you by now that I don't just go out and spend money on anything that I want, I can't say it anymore, right? Some people are just sick of having to repeat the same things. Like, you know how you get those like crazy exes that just have this thing in their mind and you're like, I don't know why you keep saying this, because I'm not doing anything, but they keep thinking like you are. It's like they're being played by something. You have to be very careful. You want to, like, everybody's third eyes are wide open. Everybody's third ears are wide open, whether they think they are or not. Okay. People are so much in their head, so much so that they're not even paying attention to like driving. They're not paying attention to people who are talking to them because they're talking in their head the whole fucking time. Okay. And a lot of today's theme has been schizophrenic. Okay. Schizophrenia. Like, so many people are schizophrenic and like they don't understand that they're talking to something evil in their head. And it's something that wants to drive them away from the ones who care about them the most, right? They want to talk shit about people, so then they keep relationships from happening. Like, there's this one guy, I swear to God, he hates me. I feel like he hates me so much, but I feel like the hatred is a spell, because his jealousy towards my life is so much higher than his hate, that I feel like the hate that's been instilled on him is somebody who told him that he didn't deserve me, right? That I was going to be too much. I was going to be too much for him to handle, when really he couldn't control himself, because the people who were speaking around him were speaking for him. And because he wouldn't speak for himself, okay, people who won't stand up for themselves. Okay, is that the Emperor? Yeah, there's the Emperor right there. So that's Aries energy. Like Aries energy is coming through. I should not have lit this candle. I was cocky about the candle. It's been such a nice gloomy day today that I really thought I was going to get away with that. Now I'm going to have to burn it, so I'm screwed. Okay, so that's a lot of Aries energy already coming through. They could be in Aries, but they could finally be stepping in to Emperor energy and letting this devil go, realizing that the devil's been what's holding on to them, and then there's strength underneath, Leo energy underneath. Like, it's like, I feel like once they figure out that so many people are against them and so many people are trying to tell them that they don't deserve things that they do, so then they'll be given to other people. That's the sad thing, okay, is them convincing you to not go for what you want while you're going for it, okay? So honestly, I feel like a lot of people are just, they're listening to things in their head too much, and they're not going with their heart. They're not going with how they feel, right? And this is a you got to go with how you feel. Like, I mean, justice has kind of been screwing you. Like, people have been making deals behind closed doors regarding your life, and like that is stopping, obviously. And that's the dark past that has to be let go. It has to be left behind once and for all. You're a lot stronger than what people fucking think you are. So that's why convincing you that you're not strong is taking the strength away from you and your own ability to make decisions for yourself. So justice coming through, okay, for all you people out there, okay? Next message. What are we at? 1852. We're gonna keep them short and light today. My bike Chevrolet. I just got Yellow Wolf in my head. Let me go. My bike Chevrolet. My bike Chevrolet. I don't know if somebody's got a Chevy in here, but I can hear it. I feel like it's gonna rain. I can hear Garth Brooks. The thunder rolls. The thunder rolls. And the lightning strikes. Ooh, maybe you have a cheater in the house. Is somebody cheating? Ooh, lies forbidden with egg. We just got Jason freaking Friday the 13th. Did you know that the Friday the 13th that just passed, that's the only one that we get this year? That's what Chiron said. I'm like, I'm not even going to double check it because I'm pretty sure the motherfucker knows his facts. He said that's the only Friday the 13th we get for the whole year. I was like, that's pretty bullshit. But I consider Friday the 13th as well if we get a Friday the 31st. I always consider Friday the 31st a Friday the 13th because it's a mirror. So we might get a Friday the 31st, which I only think we have like 4 months with 31st, and one of them being December. So, or is it December 30th? I don't know. Anyways, a little off topic, but maybe not so off topic. Okay, why do we have Candyman up in here? King Kong, fucking alien, Jason, lies. Something's going on. Somebody's lying to your face right now. And they're putting some fucking, like, you know those bitches who say they're pregnant and then all of a sudden they get that, like, strap-on belly? Like, this is what I'm going. We get this message every now and again. I'm going to read it like that first and then see if it changes, but I do feel like somebody they want to get pregnant possibly by, like, a celebrity or something like that. somebody who's like well known, like I don't know if you're like an influencer or something like that, somebody who's got like a lot of fans or a lot of supporters, a lot of subscribers, so a lot of members, somebody might be wanting to get knocked up by you. I would guessing that would be a masculine energy. Be careful. Okay, this could be somebody in the press. Okay, somebody saying that, you know, because in Candyman, isn't she the press? Isn't that chick? Isn't she trying to do a story or something like that on Candyman? I haven't watched that movie for a while, but I'm pretty sure that fucking curly hair bitch is trying to do a story. So she goes into the ghetto, fucking white chick in the ghetto. So stupid. But then with Alien, she gets impregnated by the alien. Okay, then we have King Kong, larger than life. Someone's bigger. Somebody's wanted by somebody. Like they get to Skull Island. It's like you're pursued. And then somebody's, you know, bigger and better than what they thought. So be very careful. Okay. They could try to seduce you in some way. You could have told them like, no, I don't want to do this interview. I don't want to talk to you. I have nothing to say to you or something like that. And then they keep pursuing. And then, you know, they start dressing more and more provocatively, right? And until finally you're like, okay, we'll do the interview. And then they like slip something in your drink or something. Be very careful. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that have like, you know, 10, 20 million TikTokers. And like people that like, I don't fucking know who these people are, right? So like imagine a world now of influencers, right? Like you don't gotta be Yellow Wolf on the fucking radio to be famous anymore. It's crazy. Fame is like, it's gone to a whole nother level. Okay, so be careful because it seems like somebody might be trying to get with it, you know, to try to get something. And like there's been bitches, okay, be careful because there was like this thing that I watched with this woman. She said she got pregnant. She had this one night stand with this dude. He left the condom in the fucking bathroom, and like sperm can stay alive in air for like 5 minutes or something like that. Tell me how this chick didn't take his shit out of the condom and fucking put it inside of her. Okay, I'm just saying, like, chicks are fucking crazy. Trust me, I'm one. Okay, I know. I am a woman. Children of the night! You know, I'm telling you. Somebody wants your baby. Like, in their fucking belly. There's the face. I don't know. Be careful with this person's face, you know, because like people can wear a lot of makeup. Okay, I don't wear any makeup. There's a reason for that. Okay, be very careful. Okay, if their face looks nothing like their skin color, they could be a man. Honestly. Okay, I watched this man. He's in Broadway. Take his like Broadway costume off. He started as a showgirl and took his shit off, and he was a Filipino dude. And I was like, how did that happen? Okay, like, I mean, a dude wouldn't be able to impregnate a dude, obviously. Okay, so it can't be that. But just be careful, okay? It doesn't mean that, I mean, there are, now I'm getting those other, you know, those pictures like before and after with like women who do their makeup and then they're like, and like this like after, and you're like, I'm sorry, who the fuck are you? That's not the person that was in the camera, but they say with their makeup, they can like change themselves and look completely different, okay? So, I don't know, be careful, okay? Book. You might have wrote a book. Maybe you wrote a book. That's what I'm getting out of that. I feel like this woman, I mean, because it's a woman and a child. Again, with this son, I don't know. She wants it. Somebody wants a kid. So they might go to like your book signing or something like that and like hang around and like, now I'm getting, isn't that in Borat when he chases Pamela Anderson? Yo, be careful. That's not a joke, man. Like she didn't know that it was a movie that they were filming. Like she was terrified. I'm just saying, look at that. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, they just get into a car accident and wander over to the wrong person. So I don't know, they could stage something again, like they could ask you to dinner. I feel like maybe this person's gonna ask you to dinner. They're gonna ask you to do like an interview or like a face-to-face or something, or like, you know, do not do it. Like, do not do it. They want your baby. They want you. Because they want to get on your, you know, they want to get on your track. I also feel like they could have a kid already, okay, and they want to try to get back at like the baby daddy or something like that. I don't know. But be careful. Bitches are fucking crazy. And like, so are dudes. Okay? I am not biased. I am full strength that both are just as fucked up as the other. Just in very different ways. And yet somehow the same way sometimes. You know what I mean? There's animal instincts. So be very careful. I feel like your animal instincts are going to let you know, like, yo, don't do this. Maybe your stomach's going to start feeling like shit or something like that. Go home, okay? Don't like call for help, you know, like just don't be alone with this person. Don't go anywhere alone with this person. Do not sleep with this person. You know, I'm not saying never get interviewed or never, you know, but just be careful. The buddy system. I always talk about the buddy system. Never go anywhere alone. I mean, it's just stupid. Okay. It's not like you can't be alone because you're a grown up. It's 2025. It's not about being alone because you're a grown up. It's about basically staying alive because you're a grown up. You're smarter than a child. And I kind of believe you're smarter than these people. It's almost like you can see a lie when, you know, when it's confronted with one. And this person just, there's something a little bit fishy. I mean, they might work where they say, like they might work for a newspaper. They might work for a company online. They really might. Okay. It's not about that. It's not about your status or their status. It's about what they want to do with your little swimmers. Be careful, my men. Okay. 2850. Man, these are coming out quick. We haven't done a live like this for a while. Send those questions in collective so I can answer them. Okay, next message. What has Spirit got to say? 7 of Wands in reverse with the Tower. Woo-wee. All right, what is with this? 4 of Wands. I feel like you were successful with something. It's almost like if you had to stand up for yourself, or you had to stand up for, you know, your relationship or your family or for your people, I feel like that did something for somebody. Okay, yeah, this King of Wands in reverse, 3 of Swords. Somebody that's in this tower, okay, hurt you. And maybe you had to leave a house. Maybe you were forced out of a house and they got to stay there. And you kind of been waiting to get them out of this house because it's, you know, technically yours as well or something like that. I feel like you're kind of over it now because it's been a while, okay? You haven't had to fight for a while, okay? Because I feel like energy's just been standing still. Okay, so instead of getting what you want, which you kind of knew you weren't going to, you just got over it. And that was the whole thing, was just to get over it, because it doesn't matter in the end what happens to these people. If you know, if these karmics out there are burning collective, just know that they will get what's coming to them for what they do. Okay, no crime goes unpunished. Okay, so I feel like somebody had to kind of like sit in the darkness, kind of waiting for their chance to move, waiting for their chance to watch this tower go down, because you knew it was going to come down. I mean, anybody that had to push you out of a tower as if there's no room for you, okay, they're doing that for a reason. They feel threatened by you, okay, and they don't want you there. There's the 4 of Needles. So you healed the 3 of Needles with the 4 of Needles. So that is a pretty massive development, where you could have chose to stay in the 3 of Swords, but you didn't. You could have chose to stay in your heartache, and you didn't. And then there's the Lovers in reverse. I feel like it's these people that are going to get forced out of the tower. I mean, it's Jack that lives in the tower to begin with, okay? But now I feel like if this is the, analogy of what's happening, I feel like Jack and Sally were together, but whoever Jack was living in the tower with before, say Zero, okay, he kicked Zero out. Okay, he became a king of candles in reverse, a king of wands in reverse, right? No longer standing up for what he already had in his life. He chose to, pick Sally instead. Okay, and then there's the King of Pentacles. That's when he turns into Santa and he realizes what Christmas is about. Okay, so these people, whoever these lovers are, they're going to get, I heard, escorted out. So they might get escorted out right before the tower comes down, which means they might not totally sever their relationship, although I do feel like their relationship is going to take a hit, okay, for sure. But I feel like the universe might give them an opportunity to get out before it comes down. But regardless, it's coming down, and that's what somebody's been waiting for. You could have 4 siblings. It's like the 4 siblings have been waiting for the 2 parents to die or something like that, There's the 7 of Presents in reverse with the Knight of Cups underneath it. And then I was wondering what this was. It's the 8 of Cups in reverse, and that's the cemetery. Okay, so, and the Queen of Swords came out anyways. She was on the bottom of the deck, and I didn't want to take her. But it kind of seems like somebody... this could be a drinking and driving situation. Somebody could be drinking and driving and they crash the car. Okay. And that's the tower coming down because this person has been drinking and driving your whole life. This could be your father, alcoholic father. Like I'm pretty sure I remember my stepbrother's dad driving me somewhere. I don't know why. And he had a beer in the fucking thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember that. Like, because, there was a couple times where it's there was a lot of drinking involved with driving and driving the boats and driving kids around and being, who in their right mind is drinking all day watching their kids, or driving their kids around, even driving in a golf cart with your kids, you're still driving drunk. Even if you're driving a Ski-Doo and you just had 4 beers, you're still driving around drunk. It doesn't matter. But people sometimes they have to understand the hard way that so many things that are given to us it's not our right to have these things. It's a gift to have these things. Okay, and sometimes we do not take that shit seriously, and we just think, well, we're allowed to do whatever we want. We have a license. We're allowed to drink. We're an adult. Yeah, but the law says otherwise. Okay, so I feel like these lovers, are part of somehow believing that they're allowed to do whatever they want because they're in the privacy of their own home. And that would be totally, understandable by the universe. You are allowed to do whatever you want in your house. But when it affects other people and it starts to hurt other people, then the universe will step in and be like, hey, by the way, yeah, that's not cool. We told you have free will because you do, but you do not have free will to go and hurt all the anointed, to go out and hurt all the people that are trying to make this place a better place. And no, you're not allowed to go out and just do whatever you want. Okay, and I highly doubt God would have said that. Okay, so whoever these lovers are, there's the 5 of Wands in reverse. The universe isn't fucking around anymore with them. They're not trying to... These people could have been fighting this off and resisting this off for a while. I feel like this is the relationship that has its evaluation. That was in one of the shorts today. This could be that energy coming up where, because it was about the lovers, okay? It was about the lovers finally being evaluated and their relationship is coming up against, justice, okay? To tell the truth. Oh, okay, I just cut the deck by accident to the 6 of Cups, something in the past. They have to explain the past. They have to explain what they did. If they fought you off, if they told you can't come in the tower, then why did they do that? right? Like everybody has to answer for what they did if they chose to hurt somebody. You can't just hurt somebody because you say you're allowed. Why would you be allowed to hurt somebody? Why would you be allowed to take something away from somebody? Why? Unless it's going to kill them and they're a toddler or a baby, you can't just take something away from somebody because you say it's going to make them a better person when it could have benefited them. So, you know, be very careful with what you do and what you say, you know, because sometimes, I mean, just because we're in positions of authority, it doesn't make us God. We still have to follow the rules and the laws just like everybody else. Okay, Hangman in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Energy is changing just like the weather. It's raining. Remember I said I think it's going to rain? It started raining. So, fucking riddle me that. Like, the road is getting wet. Things are getting wet. Like, I can't see the rain, but, like... yeah, it's spinning. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Wow. That's so magical. I love when it starts raining in the middle of a reading. I find it magical AF. If y'all don't know what that means, it means as fuck. Do you know how long it took me to realize that? Pretty sure they've been saying it for a while, and I just figured it out like maybe a month ago. Like STFU? I didn't know. I just figured that what that meant the other day. Like, I'm pretty sure people have said it to me in like text messages. They put it in comments, and I'm like, STFU, and then I always say stew? Like, what are they saying? And then I'm like, I think the T is thank you. So I'll be like, hey, thank you. And like, I didn't know that it meant shut the fuck up. So, you know what's funny is when somebody tries to tell you off, but you don't know what they're saying. So, whatever. Didn't tell me off because I didn't know what you said. So, like, I give a fuck. 3844. Why are these like the fastest readings ever? Holy shit. Take what resonates and leave the rest. We have kisses and we have passion. We also have hand of cards on the bottom. Clock came out. Okay, so this next message, I feel like we've got somebody that is finally going to go into a new cycle. There's a little bit of a risk here. Little bit of a gamble. And I mean, what's a risk without a good gamble? You know what I mean? Sometimes we got to take risks on things. I mean, or we're just sitting around doing nothing all the time. Like, you wouldn't believe, like, when you think about it, when you were growing up, like, how many risks you took. And now that you're an adult, you don't take risks anymore because there's too much to lose. Hey, what up, Monica? Okay. But really, there was always something to lose. You just didn't see it that way. So why see it like that now? You know, so I feel like someone's going to take a risk with something. And it's actually really going to pay off, okay? Because it's time for that risk to be taken. So it's one of those things, if you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, okay, to do something, or every time you go and do something, it doesn't work out. Okay, like I was trying to put this ad up the other day, and I tried to put it up 3 times, and it didn't work. And then I was like, okay, Spirit, are you telling me not to put this up right now because it's not the right time? And of course, it's not the right time. But sometimes I try to push things through because I think it's time, but it's really just time for a new plan. Okay, so the plan is in the works. It's now, you might be deceived a couple of times with thinking that you're going to go and do something, but really it's not that thing. It's something else. Okay. So I feel like you are going to finally play your hand. Okay, you've been holding this deck of cards, you've been holding this hand, okay, and nobody knows what you have. That's the thing. It's like somebody knows how to fucking play poker well, okay, and take the analogy, okay, someone knows how to play poker well, and they're holding their cards pretty close to their heart, okay, and they're not going to play them. Nobody knows how this person feels. Nobody. They haven't, I feel like they haven't told a single person how they feel. And that's honestly very amazing, to not tell anybody how you feel about somebody, because the thing is that half the time we can't even really understand how we feel about something. So why are we trying to explain it to somebody else? Why not just try to understand it yourself, and the words will come, right? Because the words will come with action. Okay, because with words, like once you find the words, then I feel like you can make the plan of action. But if you don't have the words, then it's hard to make the plan, because there's nothing that you're going off of. Okay, so I feel like this is somebody that's been giving so much love that now they're finally going to receive that. So that's why whoever this person is, they love a lot of things. And I just farted with my lip. Did you hear that? My lip right here just farted. It felt really weird, because I feel like maybe I pushed an air bubble through my lip like this. Oh my God. Oh, spirit. I don't know what that was, but that was funny. Oh my God, we were going to have this guy move in. And my sister, she's in the kitchen, and I don't know what was going through her head, but she goes, just because, and like, we really thought he was going to move in. So we were like, so she goes, just because blah, blah, blah is moving in, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop walking around this apartment farting. And I was like, like, my sister is one of a kind, okay? And I was like, that's what you're thinking about right now? Like, that's your worry, is the fart allowance in the house? Like, oh my God. And like, my lip feels really weird where it did that. I don't know why. Anyways. Woo! I feel like I had a drink. And I did not. Lightning. It's here. Okay, I'm almost going to say that that's my Uranus card from now on. Like, that is my Uranus card. Like, give it up for the lightning of, like, Uranus. Okay, then we have a love call. Thinking of you and letting you know with addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. Wow. Okay, so whoever you are dealing with right now, okay, whoever this person is, they just got over a major addiction. Okay, they could have been in rehab. But at the same time, their addiction could have been codependency, obsession, right? Possession. They could have been something that they had in their life that they were, like the ring, like they were like my precious, okay? That was a major block with them, okay? And maybe that's why they couldn't tell you how they really felt, because maybe they thought it was the alcohol that was making them feel a certain way for you, but now they're sober and they still feel that way, right? So it's like, it's kind of like that. Like, they had to get rid of the addiction to figure out if what they felt was actual love or not. And like, good for them. I mean, man, my God, we got some very inspiring messages today. Same with whatever you're going through, Monica. You know what I mean? Like, that was very inspiring. Like, Spirit really knows that people are making the right decisions with things, and like going for it and really trying, because that pays off. Okay. Like, it really does. There's Coffee Cup. Meeting, conversing, savoring the moment. And then there's something to do with friendship. So this could be a friend okay, that you had in the past, and they actually really liked you, but maybe they came out, maybe that affection came out violent at times, again, because they had a block, like they had a really bad restraint against them. And then I just cut the deck, and we have the Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, protection, power. Like, so this person has gone out of their way to protect themselves now. Obviously, the people that they were codependently kind of obsessed with were really ruining their life. And maybe you wouldn't be codependently obsessed with them. And that hurt their ego because that's what they thought love was. They've had a revelation. I mean, that's honestly, the Sword and the Rose is going to be just like Uranus, this lightning card, because that is what Uranus is as well. It's a sudden revelation. It's a sudden, like, oh my God, epiphany. Like, what the fuck happened, right? So it's hard to understand what you're doing in the moment. You have to get over that. Sometimes you have to just go for it. Sometimes you just have to tell people how you feel. Sometimes you just have to walk into a place, you know, and just stomp your ground, okay? There's not today in Palm Tree. So there's definitely been some boundaries that you put up with this person in the past, okay? And that is what helped them grow. And you know what they say, like, I'm kind of going to find this, like, not today card kind of more like a tough love card, okay? Where you said no. Like, no, I'm not going to do this with you like this. Like enabling somebody to have their life spiral out of control is not love. Stopping your friend from spiraling out of control at the root, that is love, okay? Enabling is not love, okay? Enablers end up being the ones that are setting up the funeral arrangements because they didn't want to tell somebody how they truly felt right before they fucking, you know, destroyed their life. That's why we have friends. That's why we have family, so then they can talk us off the edge. You know what I mean? Not push us over and go, oh, sorry, I thought you were going to land and you didn't, so my bad. Like, I was watching this fucking video popped up on my Instagram, and this girl, okay, I love that everything is being filmed now. So this girl and her friends were like hanging out at on this bridge, and this girl was so scared to jump. She really didn't want to jump. They obviously were really high, and she was scared. Okay, and her friend pushed her from behind. You cannot do that, like, especially from high. You have to land a certain way or you can really damage yourself. So this girl landed on her side, punctured both of her lungs. She fucking broke her ribs. Oh my God, her friend is being charged with assault now. And it's like, damn fucking right. Like, you can't just, you know, force somebody to get over their fear. Okay, you can't force somebody to stop drinking. You can't force somebody to stop. Like, you either allow them to do it on their own or you don't participate in it. Okay, because if you can't be the good voice in the crowd of a bunch of demons, then walk the fuck away. Okay, but don't push them over the fucking edge, right? Because people are supposed to be saved, and so many of us are pushed, you know, to see what's going to happen. I just wanted to see what was going to happen. Okay. Last I heard that you just like toyed with somebody's life. Is that attempted murder? Kind of feel like it is. Okay. So I don't know where we just took that, but like maybe, you know, I think it's the whole analogy would be that like you weren't going to force this person to do something, right? That's not, what can you do? I mean, they want to go out and drink 7 days a week, then that's what they're going to do. You know, you can't get with a person to change them. And I think a lot of people do that. They go like, okay, I'll get with this guy and I'll change them. Okay. They'll figure out that I'm the love of their life and they're going to want to become a better person. Clearly clearly somebody's parents really control their life, because to feel like you can control somebody else's life means that you have yourself been controlled, and you see that control is possible. And that is very fucking scary. Okay? Because nobody is supposed to have reins and control over your life like that. Okay, so maybe this person thought that you were going to, like, okay, now I'm getting the office, you know, and Meredith, it's like their Christmas party, and Meredith it's just drinking and drinking and drinking. And they're like, hey, Meredith, like, something is, like, you have a drinking problem. And then Michael tries to force her to go to rehab, puts her in the car, tells her that he's driving her to, like, the bar, okay? And he takes her to the rehab center, and he, like, fucking, you know, basically puts her in a bag, you know, like fucking Pamela Anderson, and tells her that she has to go to rehab. And then the fucking people at the clinic, like, walk Meredith out, and they're like, no, like, this isn't fucking 1890 anymore. Like, you can't just force somebody to do something, right? Like, they have to volunteer. Maybe this person, again, had, you know, very intrusive, very abusive parents that just told them what to do all the time, and they were expecting their girlfriend or their boyfriend to do the same, because that's what they associate with love, is telling you what to do. That's not love. Your partner is not supposed to tell you what to do. I mean, I hate to say it, but they're not. They're there as your support to help you make decisions, good decisions for yourself, not tell you what to do. That's not a relationship, or it's not a healthy relationship. Okay, there's wedding rings and sunglasses. So this could be somebody that you were married to in the past, and, like, you had to break up because it just wasn't working. Okay. And now they've gotten themselves sober, and they feel so much better. And, like, sometimes people do that, you know, they divorce for 10, 20 years, and then they get back together. Right? Once the dust settles, sometimes marriages, they're not built to last forever. Okay. Like, I know we want to think that we can make them last forever, and, like, kudos to anybody who thinks they can, but sometimes people are married to assholes that are in hiding. Some people did not take the contract seriously. Some people take the contract too seriously. Some people said, fuck the contract, just did whatever they wanted. Okay. So it's like, sometimes marriages, it's not all what it cracked up to be. Okay. And I feel like maybe this person, again, like, they were expecting you to just control them in this marriage. Or maybe they could have also thought that you wanted to get married, and they were possibly, like, not in that phase, and now they're in that phase, and then they're like, okay, well, you wanted to get married before, do you want to get married now? And it's like, okay, is this that thing of, like, when we were 20, we said if we were 40, if we weren't married, that we would get married? Like, is this that? Because I feel like 40 came up pretty fucking quick, and you guys are still single. Which means maybe you did make a bet with somebody and say, fuck it. You know, literally, if I don't have kids and I'm not married by 40, but then at the same time, like, I've been single for like 10 years, and, like, it becomes addictive. It really does. It becomes addictive. Like, you learn to, you know, it's just, oh, I can't find the words to describe what single life is. It's liberating. It's freedom 55. You can literally do whatever you want. And then plus, if you're one of your siblings is single, then fucking even better, because then you get to live in a better apartment and have more money and still be on your own. Okay. Single life, it gets addictive. Okay. So this person might come up to you and be like, listen, I know you love being single, but do you still want to get married? Because remember before when you said you would get married, do you still want to get married? Because it turns out 20 years later, I can't party anymore, and now I want to get married. Like, I don't know, maybe shit just works out sometimes, okay? I gotta believe that sometimes shit just works out. Oh my God, I just pulled the engagement ring. I'm telling you, wow. Like, okay. Again, take the analogy, okay? It doesn't have to be actual wedding bells and rings and fucking all that shit, okay? But if it is, then damn, good for you. Oh my gosh, you know that old rap song? It goes, holla back, youngin', ooh, ooh, holla back, ooh, ooh, Holla back, youngin'. Ooh, ooh. Holla back. Ooh, ooh. Okay. It's just like, it's going on and on. Like, I don't know, someone's going to text you, message you. Seems like they want you to message them back. That's a message for somebody, because I have not heard that song since it came out. I feel like it's that guy that sings that Superman song, but I don't know. It's like tall, skinny guy. All right, next message. Ooh, what the fuck? This is a weird message. I need a little bit more information. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. I just want to say, somebody in the collective, right, in the read, okay, somebody is about to get fucked with, okay? And that's why it's taken me so long to say something, because I was like, I'm not saying anything. This looks fucked. This doesn't look right. And then it came out at the end. Okay, so this reading, okay, it seems like somebody is going to lie and say that they have something. STD, I don't know, sexually transmitted demon, drug, or disease. Okay, you fill in the blank on what that D means. Sexually transmitted dick. Okay, who knows? So somebody is gonna say that they have something, and the reason why they say it is to get like 30 seconds of fame with you. Like, it's almost like they say it just to piss you off, so then you'll say something to them, and then they're like, oh, so you finally decide to pick up, like they're going to send you a text message or write something that says, oh, by the way, I found out I have this, or I found out I'm this. And you've been ignoring this person now for a little while. So you pick up the phone, like, what the fuck? What, like, you can't just text me something like that. And then they're like, oh, hello, look who it is. And it's a trap. It's a trap. This bitch is a cutthroat fucking bitch. And I feel like the masculine energy in this is very upset right now about what happened and with this person, okay? And I feel like this man is exhausting, okay? Like, I feel like whatever he does for a living is exhausting, and he's super tired, okay? And he doesn't understand that this woman would just say something like this just to fuck with him, so he thinks that it's true, okay? And then she might even say, like, you need to come with me to this hospital right now to get help. And the guy hasn't fucking slept for like 3 days or something. Okay, it's a pawn. Okay, it's to get you somewhere. So then they can be like, oh, well, since I'm here, you know, can we talk? And blah. This bitch is like, oof. She's got it out for somebody. Okay, and she's gonna do something really shitty to get you to talk. And it's fucking, it's you know, like, it's just, like, I mean, I wish this person would just leave you alone, because it seems like, you know, sometimes if a guy is that tired and that much of a pushover, whatever this girl is trying to say, they might just take them back just because they are so tired, right? Because they are so exhausted that they're just like, fine, fuck, you want to go out for dinner? And then it's just like taking more convenience. And maybe they know that. Maybe they know that you roll with that. They know that you're tired. They know that you're drained. And they know that you will pick up the phone, because it seems like you're an honest person. So they know that they can go off of that honesty. That's really sad. So I wouldn't be, if they have done this before and they say, you need to come with me to the hospital, you need to come with me to the clinic, you need to come with me. This time, if you're about to go to sleep, you haven't slept, go to sleep and turn your phone off. Okay, honestly, like, do not give in to this person. Left out, no decision. You need to just keep yourself out of this. This is some type of pawn to get you, you know, to get you back in bed, right? And I don't think, like, somebody doesn't want that. For once in their life, they don't want that, but they're innocent. So they're going to believe that this woman is telling the truth. Lady of law. This fucking lady, she might even be a lawyer. Just because she's got some fucking good job or a fucking degree on the wall doesn't make her any less of a two-faced whore. Okay? Because women are crazy. I told you I'm one. We know. I'm kind of breaking fucking code right now, to be honest, but I made a promise to collective. High priestess knowing. They know. They know. They know what this is going to do to you. America, northern states. America coming in. Okay. This fucking lady knows what she can do. There's Troy Dyer. I feel like this person steals from work. They could go from job to job to job. They could want to crash on your couch. They could try to move in with you. Like Fight Club thing, you know, they're going to say that their apartment blew up or something. Blackout rage. Like, this person fucking hates, okay? Hates. You needed to stay away from them. There's Duke, office manager. Honestly, I feel like hide in your office. I don't know if there's a boss out there that you can trust. Go to your boss's house. Honestly, there was this one time this guy was stalking me at work, and like, I never went to my bosses for anything, okay? I would just go. I was never like that. But this guy was like outside. And so I went in to get my manager, and his name was Duke. I fucking love this guy. I worked with him for like, I don't know, 7 years. I was like, I fucking loved him. He's this big guy. Best manager I ever worked for in my life. I was like, Duke, you got to come outside and walk me in my car. Gets up, right? Yep. Okay. He was like, he was like Santa. Okay. He was so big. Gets up. Yep. Fucking grabs 2 of the cooks on the line. Fucking, I think it was like Phil, Curtis, come with me. Fucking 3 dudes just walked me out to my car. And that's like, honestly, I kind of like, there were times where my manager would do shit like that, where it's like, you need a man. He was a man, right? He would just step up and do it. And like, there were times where I would catch myself like just daydreaming about him. Just like I wasn't really attracted to him, but he was such a man that I was like, I'm just gonna watch you do that manly thing, and I just mind the drool, because like, what are you? You know, like when a man's gotta be a man, they step up in their man position, it's like, easy. Okay, so really, honestly, whoever this is, like, you might not know, okay, say you don't really know that this fucking bitch is a trick. You don't really know that she's, you know, a trifling ass hoe. Talk to somebody. Like I feel like there is somebody that is around you that you can talk to, that you can get some like massively good advice from. Okay. And like get advice from somebody you respect. Get advice from somebody who does things that you would do like that. Because anything that Duke did, I'd be like, I was like, yep, I'm on your back. Yep. Exactly how he did it. It was always so professional. It was always so like he just took matters into his own hands. And I was like, I'm not even going to fuck with that. Like, you know, some people, they like tell you to do something and you're like, no, I'm not doing it that way. He said to do something some way, a certain way. And it was like, okay, I'm going to do this perfectly. Okay, like it's just like you just don't question it. Some people you just don't question because their confidence is like fucking crazy. Okay, so whoever you can talk to, get the right answers, you know, because I feel like somebody's gonna try to fucking trick you. And like if somebody text messages you, they have a venereal disease. For one, that's a red flag. I wouldn't even like. I would just delete it. Okay. Second of all, I'm pretty sure if it is something serious, the hospital will call you, okay? And third of all, this seems like it's going to be what do you call that? This is a hidden agenda. Okay, this is, I'm going to tell you something's wrong with me so that I can get you here, but nothing's actually wrong with me. Okay? Be very careful. Somebody out there, SOS, 10743. Old Thursday. I got this light for my aquarium. I've been wondering why all the leaves are turning brown. It's too powerful for the tank and it's killing all my plants. So I covered up half the fucking lights today. Let's hope I can save my aquarium, or I'm going to have to go and buy all new aquarium plants. Oh, shucks. It's like my favorite thing to do. I don't know why. I don't really like indoor plants, but I love buying aquarium plants. Like, it's so weird. I don't know why. It's like become an obsession. Like, I love aquarium plants. I don't know why. Okay. Fuck, that's cold. Okay, I'm going to do one more reading. And I'm going to do Dick in a Box. I keep saying that that's Chappelle's show. It's Workaholics. I couldn't believe it. I was so ashamed. I was like, Whitney, you thought it was Chappelle's show, and it is Workaholics. Okay, last message. All right, last message. I put my corn snake into a 40 gallon, I think. I don't know if it's 40 or 50 gallon tank. Oh my God. It's like the best thing in the entire world. I don't even see him. I don't even know where he is. He has so much fun in there. He's like disappeared. Okay. Next message. Here we go. Cujo. Who let the monster out? Who? Sorry if I just got that song into somebody's head because it is awful. Prioritize your own needs in difficult times. Cujo. An illness or other life disruption can be restricting, making us feel confined by limitations. Ace of Cups. New cycle begins. I almost feel like whoever this is for, there could be a new cycle coming in. And one that's going to be a lot more abundant than the cycle before. Ace of Swords in my hands. Raw power. This is a sign to pursue new creative interests you have been suppressing. An Ace of Cups was something you've been suppressing. Wow. Okay. There's the Tower. Boom. Tower comes down. Okay. So it's like somebody could have had, a lot of restrictions on how they wanted to make money or how they were going to make money. And it seems like a lot of those restrictions now are gone, over with, done. Okay. There's trapped. It seems like somebody who was really trapped. Okay. And I feel like financially trapped. And you know what that means. Like, you can't go out and have fun. Like you can barely make rent. It's hard to eat. You can definitely are not enjoying yourself. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, even though you're working fucking hard. And that sucks, to go from paycheck to paycheck, knowing that you're working like fucking 40 hours a week and you can't get above, 0. Okay. Okay, so there's trickery, number 50 with the crows. There's an energy around you that is trying to trick you into believing that, forgiveness, freedom. This came out in the shorts today. I pulled the magic box, okay? And this little piece of paper was in that reading, which is fucked, because you saw me shuffle and do all that shit in there. Okay, that shouldn't have come up like that. Okay, that's a sign. That's from this morning's fucking reading. So, and those readings will reappear if people will watch the reading. Okay, so there's Hearth with Homecoming. Okay, so with the 8 of Pentacles too. Lack of inspiration. It's almost like if you have, been working on something, okay, but it's not really panning out. Okay, somebody could be trying to get you to stop working on it because it's not panning out. Okay, so like you need to concentrate more on this, or like I said, it's almost like in Halloween H2O. Okay, LL Cool J's in it, and he's a security guard. Okay, and he's trying to write a book, and his wife is like, okay, listen, you've had so much time off now, like you either write this book or you have to go back to work. I'm getting that. Okay, but the thing is that it's the wife in this position that's kind of tricking him, because it turns out, actually no, you don't have to go back to work. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be like somebody's going to tell you, okay, you're waiting for a check to clear, or you're waiting for this deal to go through. Okay, you've got a month left in this contract, and then you've got 2 months left or something in the other job that you're doing in order to compensate for the hustle that's not really paying you yet. Okay, so somebody's telling you that you need to get another job now, because the hustle that you're doing is never going to pay out. That's what the lie is. So they try to get you to stop working on the side hustle and keep the paychecks, because somebody wants the paychecks to keep coming in, but the paychecks have to stop, because that's a third party holding on to your money, right? So you have to stop that third party to prove that you can be in control of your own finances. Okay, so there's a freedom coming up that you're going to be able to let go of one burden and fly solo. Okay, and that is to untrap you from something. So use the analogy where you can. Okay, use the analogy when you can, and see if it makes sense, because there are a lot of people on the system, and there are a lot of people that are still doing it with help. This would be like getting rid of the training wheels. Okay, and then finally riding your bike on 2 wheels. You know, it's fucking scary and it's shaky and it's, you know, bike is going to go a lot faster and things are going to happen a lot faster, but you're ready for the training wheels to come off. You don't need them on anymore. You're not a baby. Okay, you can finally ride solo. This is what that means. Okay? Like, that's a huge, like, that's an awesome message. And I'm going to just pull a couple tarot cards and get the full spectrum here. Eight of Wands. Movement, sudden change. That seems to be the name of the game today. Sudden change. That would be my Uranus card again right there. Eight of Wands. There's always something moving. Aquarius energy. Knight of Swords. Battles an opponent. Okay, in reverse. This is the person. Wow. Okay, Knight of Swords. Liar, liar, pants on fire. That's why they're in reverse. Okay, this is the trickery. This is the person that's trying to tell you that there is nothing in motion for you. You're in Eight of Wands motion. There is so much about to come in for you. And they're trying to tell you to get another job. Ha! Oh, good God. Oh, my goodness. Okay, anything else? Temperance. Negotiation, balance. So there's Sagittarius energy coming through. Okay, so that's where you need to balance the lie from the truth. Okay, like if you know how well you're doing and you want to take a risk for something that you've really been working on, that's what they want you to do. Okay, and if that's what you're feeling, then do it. Okay, the listening to this person in the middle tell you that you still need somebody controlling your money is somebody who is currently right now controlling your money, which is why they want to continue to do that. They're third partying your money somehow. Okay. Four of Cups. Boredom. Okay, it is in reverse. I feel like if you've been bored, you are not going to be bored for long. Like something's going to change. You've been sitting on your bum. You ain't going to be sitting on your bum for long. Something's going to change quick. Okay, something's going to change quick. So it's like, don't listen to this Knight of Swords in reverse. There's loss with sadness. Okay, fucking Four of Cups and Five of Cups. This is it. Like, don't, they want you to see this as a loss. They really do. They really do. Like, they want that wish come true in reverse. They want to take this away from you. So they really want to try to convince you that you're going to lose everything if you do this. There's the Lover in reverse. Okay, so that would be, again, like that LL Cool J thing with his wife says, like, okay, you can do this one more time and then that's it. There's judgment. Okay, and sometimes people, they do that. They listen to the person that they're married to. Okay, and there's the fucking Three of Cups betrayal. Okay, they will listen to these people that they're married to because they feel like they're doing, respect, like they're giving their marriage respect, but they don't understand that sometimes the person that they're married to is the person who's betraying them. Okay, so this could be somebody, this could be your spouse going like, stop putting all this time and effort because they don't believe in you. They don't believe in what you're doing because they just want you to go and get the paycheck. That's it. They want the money every week, 52 fucking weeks a year. You know, they want a check coming in, and it's just, you know, it's ridiculous, because sometimes if they were just let collective do what they really needed to do, they would realize that those 52 checks a year, you know, suddenly become, you know, ever flowing income that, I mean, is not technically tax-free, because you will have to claim it at some point in time, what you make, but definitely not going through the hands of somebody else and then reaching your pockets. Right? So don't let your spouse fucking betray you. Okay? If they don't believe in you, there's marriage in reverse. Okay? Honestly, like, I'm telling you, somebody's marriage could be deceiving them. Okay, there's Moon with crisis of faith, because they're having a crisis of faith. Like, they don't believe in somebody. And that really sucks when the person you're married to doesn't believe in you. Because that's the whole reason why you get married, is so that you have a support system. You got your own mini team. Like, honestly, there are so many ideas that I say to my sister. Like, there'll be like times where I'll be like driving in the car and I'll be like, okay, if all of a sudden I decided to be a rap R&B singer, would you support me? And she'd be like, fucking hell, right? Yeah. When you want to shoot your first video? And I'd be like, okay, calm down. Like, I'm just joking. And she'd be like, yeah, well, I'm not. Okay. You got to have your ride or die. You have to. Okay. Because she believes in anything, because she knows. Like, she's watched me do things. Okay. There was this frenzy that happened at a tarot store once because I walked in and somebody recognized me. Okay. And I'm nobody, but to the tarot community, I'm somebody. I'm like God just walked in. Okay. The whole fucking place like went insane. Okay. It's just, you don't really, your goals can be whatever you want them to be. And it's not just because, you know, Elvis existed and they want you to be him. It doesn't mean that you need to give up on your dreams because it seems like something that you can't achieve. People are only going to tell you can't achieve something because they can't achieve it. And so why would they think you could? If they don't believe in you, they don't like you. And so they don't like themselves. So if you love yourself, you're determined to do something, then people like that being around you should not be around you. Right? Because those are like the opposite people that you need to be around. Like, you need to be around people who support you. This doesn't really seem very supporty. This seems very judgy. Okay, so it's almost like, okay, well, I'm going to give you one last chance to you know, support my dream and allow me to do this. And if you don't, then there's the door. And we'll sell the fucking house and we'll go our separate ways. Because why waste your fucking time with an energy that doesn't believe in you and yet says they love you? That seems like, what do you call that? Now I'm like, what does that mean? That's like, I mean, that's definitely contradictory. Okay. Hypocritical. That's it. Hypocritical. Like, easy, boy. Be a little bit more of a hypocrite, please, because clearly you supported them in their endeavors. And I'm not saying that everybody should start a business or become an R&B singer or some bullshit like that. That's not what I'm saying. But use the analogy. Use the analogy. All right? When people are just looking for that paycheck, they're not interested in anything that you have. They just want the paycheck. That's possibly somebody that you're married to in the chat. Okay. 124.55. 530. 124.55. Thing is, I have energy to do one more. I'm going to do one more reading. And then I'm going to peace out. Because I'm like, I have something to do, but I still have like a half an hour. So, demon cards? Ooh, yeah, let's do my cards. Okay. Ooh, wow, ooh, wow, ooh, wow, ooh, wow. All right, last message. Here we go. A girl and the ghost beside her with the devil. Okay. Mother Nature's wrath, eyeglasses, prophecy. I feel like these cards came out in the short today, but the devil card didn't come out. I really feel like the message that I'm getting from this is I feel like somebody that's around you, their toxic behaviors have caught up to them. I feel like they should have changed their lifestyle a long time ago and they didn't. Right? It's like somebody needing glasses and they just won't go and their eyes just keep getting worse and worse and worse. And it's just like, because, well, I'm not going to get bifocals. I'm not some old ass loser. And then they like fucking crash, you know, like something bad happens because they won't admit that they're old and that, you know, they're changing and they have to upgrade some things that might make them look like they're a little bit fucking older. Okay, that's called time, bitch. Get over it. Like, sorry, now you have to wear thicker framed glasses. Like, grow up. So you're just not gonna wear them at all and fucking drive around blind? Like, yeah. Jesus Christ, because you don't want, oh my God, this seems so superficial. This seems like somebody's getting so old, but they don't want to look old. Like, when I start to age, trust me, bitch, I am going to pamper this body so much. If I have to wear 7-inch bifocal glasses to see the best, guess what? Put them on me and call me Betty so I can walk down the street and I can see. Okay? Like, I'm going to give a fuck. That's the thing. I don't understand why people don't want to age. But then they think, well, if I hate it and resist it, it won't happen. Like, oh, good God. Someone is just dealing with an idiot, which is why we do this channel. Okay, assumptions. We have Mothman prophecies, okay, and we have Krampus. You know what happens when Krampus lands on your fucking roof. Oh, good God. Okay, so I feel like they assumed that they could just see their way through it, okay? And they knew they needed new glasses, so I don't know why they were trying to, like, fool somebody. But then again, the devil is in the middle of the reading. So that makes me kind of think, like, hey, maybe their ego is, like, the thing that is going to kill them. Because, like, I mean, if you can't notice that the devil is staring you right in the face going, oh, yeah, you can be 20 years younger by not wearing these glasses. Come on. Okay, like it's the glasses that are going to make you look older. Really? Person probably looks 100 years old. Glasses, honey, ain't going to change that. Okay, there's social media. Why does that matter? Why? Money. Witchcraft. I was like almost like didn't want to know what was underneath. Okay, so there's the star. Oh my God. Okay, so do you know this movie? It's from back in the day. Okay, it has Claire Danes in it, Robert De Niro, a bunch of other fucking people, and it's called like Stardust. I think it's Stardust. If it's not, it's called Starlight, but I think it's Stardust. Okay, my sister hates the movie, and I know why. It's about a group of witches that see a star fall from the sky, aka Claire Danes, and if you kill the star, you get everlasting life. Okay? Oh my God, this just seems this seems like it's taken a very weird turn. Anyways, I thought of that movie the other day. I owned that movie. I'm pretty sure it's called Stardust. I owned that movie. The thing is that I like Harry Potter kind of movies. I'm kind of over them now, but like because I love what I do, I'm very into magic, and the only way that you can really watch magic movies is if you watch like kind of kiddie movies, which kind of sucks. Okay, minus like Practical Magic, but that's really like the only one. Oh, then Blair Witch, but that's terrifying. Anyways, okay, so in this movie, again, that's what they do. Okay, there's but the message of Stardust that day was there's also a king who dies in the beginning, and he doesn't give the throne to anybody. He makes them find a charm, this like ruby, okay, which I'm pretty sure Claire Danes like has around her neck or some shit like that. I don't know. It's a weird movie, and everybody's trying to get the star. Okay, so with this social media and money, I'm getting that movie now in my head, and I'm like, with the witchcraft, I'm thinking, did somebody do some type of weird spell on you to take your essence? And really, you know, the whole point of the garbage can is that they wasted it. They wasted their good looks. They took your energy to make them look better. And that's why the devil is here as well, you know, like the devil, they could have used the devil in these little, rituals. I just went to do the hand ritual thing like this, and like, I just got cramps, like hard cramps up the back of my hand when I was gonna do the quotes. Like, this isn't some ritual. Like, this is something that they did. This isn't in quotations. This is like a thing. I was almost just blasphemed from doing that. Jesus Christ. Spirit never hurts me like that. Ever. That was mean. Oh, my sister just coughed. I am like legit scared for somebody. This is weird. Honestly, I've been doing this for a while. Hey, Pam. Okay. I used to have this lot of skin that was right here. Okay. So I didn't really know what to do with it. So I started massaging my neck. Okay. And I would massage all here. Okay. All here, up everything. Okay. Up into my head, to the point where, like, usually when I'm sitting around watching my nighttime tunes or my nighttime, you know, workaholics, I start massaging myself because I have fibromyalgia. So I'm always very uncomfortable and tense. So I started working with my face, okay, because I didn't really like the shape of my face. So I started, you know, like I generally massage my face for like usually about 10, 15 minutes a day, like at least a day, okay? And I got rid of it. Okay, I just want to say there is no little thing there anymore, okay? And you used to be able to see it all the time. And I'm pretty sure I have sculpted my face. I don't have any wrinkles, minus like, you know, my expression wrinkles. But other than that, I am almost 40 years old with no wrinkles at all. Okay. I intend on it staying that way for as long, not that I'm fighting wrinkles or anything, but anyways, so I have completely like redefined my jawline just by massaging. Okay. Now I'm doing stomach flushing, okay, to help with my digestion and my water. So then water stops like pooling under my skin. Okay. But that you have to start working like, you know, basically your intestines to get your intestines absorbing that water, right? Which a lot of us, you know, our intestines don't work properly, right? Which is why we get backed up and bloated and stuff like that, right? So I'm starting to learn how my lymphatic system works and how to keep, you know, everything moving. So like there's so many parts of like your face that actually surprisingly have knots in it. So I've been working my face and I've been like, I can see, I've been looking at my videos and looking at my face and going like, I have changed my face. It takes work, okay, but you can do it on your own, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this, okay, is because this person, whoever this person is, relies on like Botox, okay, relies on lifts and tucks, okay, and they have to realize when you cut yourself and you get these doctors to open you up and do all this shit, what you're doing mainly is causing scar tissue, and you're causing more buildup, and you're causing your more damage under your skin than good. But it's like, it's that 5 minute, you know, it's that 5 second cure, right? When if you just start massaging your body, okay, even like, I mean, the reason why, like, I mean, I can have the body that I do is because of massage. I massage everything. Anything that I can reach, I massage. And I try, like I said, I try and do it every day. Sometimes I can't obviously massage my body every day, but I try to do it at least 2 or 3 times a week. And my face, I try to massage every day, no matter what. Okay. And these are things that you don't have to use money for. Okay. These are things that, I mean, you're sitting there watching TV anyways. Why not massage your face? Okay, I rub my eyes like this all the time. My mom used to always be like, don't rub your eyes like that. Don't rub your eyes like that. You're going to get crow's feet or whatever. You know what this does? Rubbing your face like this and rubbing, it activates your muscles. Okay, it does not cause you to get wrinkles. Do you see any wrinkles? No, because they don't exist on my face. And I've been doing this my whole life. Okay, so honestly, and like I don't wear makeup. I haven't worn makeup for, probably 15 years now. I think about 15 years I haven't worn makeup. It's a foreign object to me now. I can't even go near makeup. I put some rouge on my lips sometimes, and like I would like put some mascara on, you know, do the old lashies, but that's it. I wouldn't put that shit on my face anymore. Okay, so I don't know who this person is, but I feel like if you know them, they wear a lot of makeup. Okay, they've done a lot of cosmetic surgeries to their face, okay, and they're somehow using part of you, okay, to maintain a younger, natural look. This also could flat out be your mother. I don't know, okay, but I'm here to say that Spirit is pissed. Okay, Spirit is not okay with them doing this anymore. They obviously saw them do a ritual. They saw them or they heard them do something, and now they're over it. This is exposed. This is fucking all over the radar. Okay, no one's hiding from this shit. Maybe that's why it's social media, because now I'm putting it up on social media. So they can't hide from this at all. This is something that they're going to be very fucking embarrassed about, that they have used you. Okay, you can't use the star energy. That's not what it's there for. It's for other people to benefit from and give and return back. You don't just steal the star's energy and walk away. Like, what the fuck? So, take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, all right? 14044. Whoa, 444. That's a divine as fuck number. I like that number. So, if you're interested, look that number up. If not, it's all good. I am going to head out. Peace out. I'm going to have something to eat and continue my life. I hope everybody benefited from this. I made some really awesome readings tonight. Like, Pam, you missed a lot, but honestly go through everything, because it's going to even be hard for me to write what this reading was about, because there was like fucking at least probably 6 messages, channel messages in this, at least 6, 7, or not, I don't know. So it was a fucking awesome reading. So thank you for everybody who was here. All right, thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new, welcome. It's awesome to have you here. Send your questions in telepathically. Okay, and I will answer them. And, well, if Spirit wants me to answer them, I'll answer them. If Spirit doesn't want me to answer them, then they will not give me the message. So if you want a personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. I also have attachments to my Instagram if you are interested. And I'll be back tomorrow with more messages from the, yes, I will. From the collective. I got something to do. It's good old Friday, so I'll be live in the daytime pretty early. Well, not really early, but like probably like on my time. I want to be live by around noon, 1 o'clock. So be there or be square. All right. Peace out. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Love you all. Thank you for being here. All right. Thank you, Danny, for everything you do. And Are You Afraid of the Dark? I love that show. Oh my God. I used to watch that show all the time, Danny. And then they throw the potion into the fire. Are you afraid of the dark? It's so stupid now, but I loved that shit. Thank you for writing that on the chat. That was amazing. All right. Peace out, everybody. All right. Have a good one.